2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's Jackson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. He's going to go, Darren McFadden. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Darren McFadden, 79 yards. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll go again with Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And even 150 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, McFadden. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Darren McFadden with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They go play fake. Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now a first carry for their fullback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Mahomes going to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Tracy. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Tracy. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Jackson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's on his way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. It's the fullback, 79 yards. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Michael Irvin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Finding Kelsey.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Tracy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This is 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here's first and goal. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Mahomes eluding the pressure. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Fights off the defender. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
High school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today,